Hello. So today I'm going to be making a video about replacing the lock actuator on my, it's a 2007 Chevy Colorado, but I haven't done this before. I haven't looked anything up, so I'm just kind of playing it by ear. I bought a new actuator piece off of a website, so I'm just going to hope that that fixes the issue if I replace that. So that's basically what this video is going to be about. I'm just going to replace replace that piece and see what that does. So the pieces, the parts that I'm going to be using, just a screwdriver, some trim remover tools. This is the piece that I bought online. This is just a star tip, but it's a T27 star tip. So let's see if I can get that in frame. T27, just a star tip. Then I got some socket wrenches, and the socket that I'm going to be using is just a 10 millimeter. Very loud car going by, but yeah, just a 10 millimeter socket. So those are the tools that I'm going to be using. Hopefully that'll be everything that I need. Alright, so this is what I'm actually working with. This is the car door. The first thing I'm going to need to do is take off of the trim pieces. I'm going to find if there's any like screws or anything that needs to be taken out first. Then I can use the trim remover tool and take out the trim. Alright, so there are some screws in here, so I'm just going to remove those screws. So the actual issue with the car is this lock won't lock and unlock when I press the button from the inside. So that's what I'm hoping to fix today. Alright, so there was 3 screws. Oh, hi kitty. So now I just gotta use this trim remover tool and take this piece off. That works well. There is a piece of like a wire here, so I'm just gonna take that off. All right, so I took this off. There was a wire that was connected right in here, but got that taken care of. So I'm just gonna put this inside the truck right here. All right, now I just gotta take off the actual trim. So back in with this tool. All right, and that's that piece off. And there's actually no wires connected in here, so I'm just gonna take this and put it on my truck bed cover. All right, now we can see what we're working with. So this is the piece that was connected onto the window. This guy. Okay, so it looks like we gotta take off these wires. All right, so these wires are now free, somewhat. Okay. Okay, so this guy just comes out just like that. Cool. Now, do I need to take these off? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna take these guys off. So they just pop out. They just have a little piece like that. They pop out. And there's that first one out. And let's see if we can get the second one. Awesome, okay. This is just gonna go in the truck as well. Okay, now I'm just gonna take these pieces out. So the actual regulator is right down here. So I need to take this piece out. So that looks like it's gonna be some bolts right here. Yeah, let's get rid of those. So I got the 10 millimeter. Okay, got one bolt out. But that actually, all right, so that took out this piece. So this piece is actually for the window. It goes on pretty much like that on the inside, and there's a little track that the window slides down so it doesn't get damaged. So we'll just put that out of the way for now and get the other bolt off. bolt. And then we need to take 3 screws on this side off. This is gonna be that star tip right here. All right, and then I got those 3 screws there. Okay, so now this guy should be able to just pop out, hopefully. Ah, I see. Okay, there is another piece that's connected. So let me bring you guys in here. So right here, this is the piece we're trying to take out. And there's this little metal piece. You see that metal piece? It's kind of stuck in there. So up here, that little green piece, I need to take that off because that's connected down to here. So I gotta take that green piece off. Let's see if I can get you guys a good camera angle. Now let me give this a shot. So this guy is gonna come towards me, I believe. There we go, didn't even need the tool. Okay, so I got that guy going up. Hopefully. Perfect, okay. Now that guy's unlocked, I can hopefully just push this thing out. There we go. Okay, so I got that pushed out of its socket. That guy's free now. So now this thing should be completely free. Let's go ahead and grab that. So we're just gonna take this guy out. Cool, okay. And there is another wire. We need to take that off. Okay, that's unplugged now. The actual piece that we're replacing is going to be this black piece that is what we just unplugged. This is the part that's broken, or not broken, it's just not really wanting to work anymore. There's a motor inside here that's kind of, I feel like it's failing, because whenever I press the unlock and lock button, this thing is supposed to move, which moves this button up here. That thing isn't super strong. So that's what's kind of failing at the moment. So I'm gonna take this piece out. Looks like I have 2 screws right here, and then I have this metal piece that's connected to the actual, this guy right here, this wire. So I gotta take 3 things off, and then I should be good to just put in the new one. So just to show you a better look at what I'm doing, here's the new piece that I'm gonna be putting in. That matches with this old piece right here. This is this little piece. This little white piece down here, that mimics this white piece right here. So I'm hoping to just replace that. All right, so just got 2 screws right here that I gotta unscrew. Okay. And then, yeah, this guy seems like he wants to come free, but we still have, there's a wire in here. Yeah, this guy right here. That wire needs to come out because when we move this back and forth, that's what's actually locking and unlocking the car. So yeah, we got to take this wire out. Give me just 1 second. Let's see if I can get this out. Okay, so we got that piece out now. And then something I always like to do is just double check that the pieces match fully before I install it. So looking there, everything looks good. They look very, very similar. Looks like exactly the same part. Good. Okay, so it does look like I got the right part. Now I just gotta hope that this is what I actually need to replace. So let's go ahead and put that in and I'll be right back. All right, so I got that piece in there. We got that wire back. So that wire is right there, connected again. And then I just made sure that this white piece was back inside its little home right here. So that way when the actual motor goes off, it actually does something. So now all we gotta do is put the screws back on right here and then put it back in the door. So let me put those screws on real quick. All right, those screws are back in. Now we're just gonna go ahead and put this piece right back into the door the same way that we took it out. All right, so I got this guy here. I wanna make sure that I plug this in first. Boom, okay. So now I'm just gonna double check that this thing actually goes back and forth when I press the lock and unlock button. So let me just reach in here. Boom. Awesome. So it's very strong now. You can see right here. Very strong there. Very strong back. So it's working just perfectly. So the issue seems like it was the motor. So let's go ahead and pop this guy back in just the way we took it out. So I'm going to start with this piece right here, putting that back inside that little green piece that we had earlier. Alright, so just popping this back in. Alright, so I got that piece taken care of. Now I'm just going to feed these wires back through this little hole in the plastic. And something I did kind of forget to mention earlier, this is just plastic, it's not that big of a deal. This black stuff is glue, so try not to touch it too much if you want to stick the glue back onto the door. Put the screws back in, put this bolt back in, then I need to put that piece for the window, I need to put that back in as well. So I got the screws, got the socket, let's go ahead and throw these guys in. Alright, don't need this anymore. We're gonna go ahead and put this bolt back in. Alright, now we need to put that window piece back in. So that's gonna be this guy right here. Alright, we'll just go ahead and slide that in there, underneath the wires. And let's get this up here, let's see. Awesome, okay, that worked way better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be really difficult. Alright, now I don't believe I need to be behind the plastic anymore, so I'll go ahead and cover that up. I'll just push down everywhere that there was glue. Alright. Now let's get these wires back in their homes. Actually, we need to, okay, we'll do this. I'm gonna put these wires back. Oh, it's right behind me. We need to put the wires back into here. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. And it is getting dark, so hopefully I finish before lights go out. And now we just gotta go ahead and put this guy back on the door. All right, there's that. Lock and unlock works good. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we just gotta put trim pieces back on. Oh, let me put these wires back in their little plastic casing. Keep it nice and tidy. Beautiful. Now I should be good to just put the trim back on and call it a day. All right, here's that trim. I'm gonna feed this wire through this hole. That way it makes it easier for my life later. And we're just gonna go ahead and pop all of these. I never mentioned it, but the only thing that's holding in the trim are these little white studs right here. And that just pops into these little holes that are occasionally on the door. Alright, now just give it some good pushes all the way around. Make sure everything is back in its spot. Looks good. Won't come off. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy back on. Feeds through here. And then I don't want to forget to plug in the window piece. So let's plug in that. Beautiful. And I should just be able to slide this in. Cool. And now I'm gonna get my screwdriver. And I'm just gonna screw in these last pieces. I'll start with these ones. Alright, we're all set. So now all I gotta do is double check that when I press the lock and unlock button, that actually locks and unlocks the door. So I'm gonna leave you guys right here. You watch that for me. And I'm gonna be on the other side right here. I'm gonna press that button and hopefully you'll see red. Hopefully that works. Awesome, unlocked. Locked. Yes. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Whoa, oh my goodness. Thank you guys for watching. But if you did find this video useful, give me a thumbs up. Oh, I don't know. Okay, thank you guys. I'll see you later next time I work on the car.